Do you think that helps her feel safe by doing that?
For the longest time, what a lot of men do is they don't tell their spouse, their significant other, okay, here's what I got going on. The feminine energy is about understanding. It's about seeing the future, and it's about receiving the future. And if there are things that are happening in their life that keep pulling them back to the past, they're fucking miserable.
What if you're in a relationship with someone where you give them your location?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, wait, why are you at the grocery store this long?
Yeah.
Why are you at the gym this long? Then they over-analyzing your whereabouts at all times. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. So
how do you prevent that?
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Hold on real quick. I noticed that only 3% of the people who watch this channel are actually subscribed. Could you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps the channel tremendously. And the bigger that the channel gets, the better the podcast will get. I appreciate you and enjoy the video. They say that women, what they do is they take on a man like that just for their man to leave them and cheat on them or something like that. There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Now, I like how you said that, she really helped you get to where you're at today. And now you're coming back and you're providing safety for her.
Right.
So can you talk about how you are helping her walk through that door right now?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So, her and I are business partners too. Okay. So for me, a lot of people let me create this church and state. Let me separate my wife from these other things. And she's in everything that I do.
Okay. Do you think that helps
100%
her feel safe by doing that?
It's the process of informing and honoring and integrating. So the informing, it's like, hey, here's what I got going on in life. For the longest time, what a lot of men do is they don't tell their spouse, their significant other, their partner, whether you're homo or hetero, you're not telling your other person like, hey, here's what I got going on. So, some of the things that have been triggering more recently that come up are like, hey, we end up from a long time ago, like we had some people come in and I had told them some things about our relationship back then, and they started to like bring them up again. And because I didn't inform her of these conversations that I had before, it triggers. Okay. All she wants to do is be informed. Hey, babe, like I had these conversations with these people 4 years ago. They're coming into town. I don't know if they're going to bring them up or not, but I want you to know just as much as they know. Right. So her thing is that, the energy, what I recognize is that the feminine energy is about understanding. It's about seeing the future, and it's about receiving the future. Okay. And if there are things that are happening in their life that keep pulling them back to the past, they're fucking miserable. Okay. So if I don't inform her about the stuff that has happened before, then she can't stay in her intuition. She can't receive what's coming. She can't be her divine being because she's now over here meddling around in all of the chaos and the destruction and the things that I've left behind. So a lot of people, and I did a lot of work before, I would just forget about the past, step into the present moment. You'll hear that in spirituality a lot. Just be present. Don't worry about the past. The past is gone. It doesn't matter. No, it matters because other people feel it still. Other people have emotions tied to it. She has emotions tied to the asshole I used to be, the man of integrity, the lack of integrity that I used to walk in. So if her emotions are still that way and I don't inform her of what's happening or what has ever happened, and something sneaks through the door, all of a sudden it's going to rile up and she can't stay in her intuition. She can't stay in her divinity of herself, her whole self. So informing her is extremely important, right? Making sure that, I stay as a person of, full integrity with her. Okay. And that everything I say I'm going to do, I do. Right. I don't say, I'll get to it or whatever, if she were to call right now, I would answer the phone. Right. Then she knows where I'm at. She knows I'm present, but if she were to like not know, there's that, I let her know my location. Like I'm not sitting here trying to not be where I say I'm not going to be. And it's not about being a bitch about it. It's just like, she should know. What if something were to happen to me? Right. She should know. Right. Just as much as anybody else. She's my partner in life and she should know everything. Financial situations, what's going on, the conversations I'm having with my son, the conversations I'm having with my friends, the conversations like, and some of it, she's like, she will just get it because she knows the way that you're walking. But as you start to go through that healing, informing your partner of all of those level of details, if it's over informing, it's never enough, because they just want to know that the groundwork you're laying is safe, right? So if they were ever to drive backward, they're not going to hit a whole bunch of potholes and blow up the tires on their car. They want to know if they can go forward and backward, no matter what happens, that they can just be present. And that's what's important.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, just slight pushback on, and I actually agree with, it makes sense with the whole location thing.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense, but, and it sounds like you and your wife have both done the work.
Yeah.
So, it's that won't be taken advantage. What if you're in a relationship with someone where you give them your location? Now it's like, wait, why are you at the grocery store this long?
Yeah.
Why are you at the gym this long? Then they over analyzing your whereabouts at all times. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So how do you prevent that?
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing: as you go through your maturation process and your growth process in a couple, and say all of a sudden, I mean, because this did happen when I first hey, here's my location. Why are you at the gym for 55 minutes when I'm normally there for 45 minutes? Okay. I'm like, well, babe, the machines were taken up today and it's 5 o'clock and it's this time. And, that's a consistent answer. You want to come with me next time? Sure, I'll come with you next time. Cool, let's go. Let's work out together. You want to work out together? Call me whenever you want. I'll answer the phone. I'm not going to sit there and not pick up. Now, if I'm on a call, tell you I'm on a call. And for a while there, because we didn't have the trust, because I had violated the trust, I was I'd send her a screenshot who I'm on the phone with. Here, I have nothing to hide. So as long as I have nothing to hide, me sharing is easy. If I have something to hide, then me sharing is very hard, right? And I used to have a lot of stuff to hide. So when I would make shit up.
Yeah.
Let me change the location on my phone, and I'm finding apps to do this nonsensical stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was being such a ridiculous human being at the time, and figuring out ways to manipulate the system once again, because I couldn't receive anything. Right. But once I was hey, I am this person of integrity, you can show up if you want. It doesn't bother me. And it took, I'd say, about 6 months of going through, just following through and doing this. Yeah, you might get the questions.
And then eventually she's just all right.
Yeah.
He is who he says he
is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really reaffirming it over and over and over again.
100%. Yeah.
Okay,
it's a rhythm, There's a thing called the law of rhythm. Once you become that rhythm and you sit at the seat of cause, the effects start to change in your life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.